I'd first like to say good evening to everyone in attendance, and thank you for the parents and relatives of all the graduates who came out tonight, so give yourself a round of applause. And a special thank you to all you people who are kind enough to tell me to break a leg up here. Thanks. So, I thought I would make a really heartfelt and flattering analogy about the school, since that's normally how things like this go. So, the inspiration came for it last Friday. I was sitting in my room at around noon with my laptop on my lap, intent on having a finished copy of my script, or my speech ready for when I walked out of my room. 20 minutes later, I walked out of my room with having completed 3 sentences on my computer and a short desk drumming album, which I'll be releasing sometime next year. These 3 wonderful and inspiring sentences are as follows. Anything is possible if you follow your dreams. You can be anything you want to be. And here's where it gets good. Reach for the stars. Pleased with the flowing poetry of my manifesto, I decided that I had done more than enough work for one day, so I decided to leave. Although as I left, I couldn't help but get this nagging feeling in the back of my head, like I could have done a better job on that. But then I realized, who am I kidding? That's been my work ethic since grade 9, and I somehow got valedictorian, so I must be doing something right. So I went out with some friends to try and forget about the speech for a few hours. And then it happened. 15 seconds into one of the most impressive examples of physical finesse and skill this town has ever seen, eat your heart out, Ryan Slyman, a wild pothole appeared and brought me to my knees. And as I lie on the side of Division Road, bawling and screaming in a pool of my own blood and tears, 2 things hit me. 1, Ryan Gunther is ridiculously fast. Don't ever challenge him to a foot race. And 2, my high school career at Kingsville has kind of been a lot like a broken foot. Think about it like this. The school's like a cast. It's big, it's overbearing, doesn't really leave you much room to move around. It's oppressively hot in the summertime, and sometimes it yells, "Take off your hat" while you're walking, followed by a quick "MK." It's stiff and regimented, and no matter how hard you push against it, it will never change. So, if the school's a cast, that leaves you, wonderful graduates, as the broken bone in this hypothetical scenario. Not to say that any of you are broken, or weak, or unworthy. Just sometimes I've noticed that there's kind of a shared restlessness among small-town high school life. Kind of a constricted, semi-atrophied feeling, like there has to be more than this big boot can offer you. It's that frustration that you can't quite make it up a flight of stairs without the occasional awkward clunk behind you of your giant plastic appendage. And all you want to do more than anything is to just rip off the cast and burn it before it wastes any more of your time. But what happens when you take off a cast before it's ready? What happens when you go out into the world unprepared? In the same protective manner as a cast, school has played an integral part in our development. It provided us with a safe haven to grow socially and academically until we were ready to go out on our own. Although it may have seemed overwhelming at times, it provided us with stability and security that we needed for some of the most developmentally important periods of our life. I'll forever be grateful to all the teachers that helped prepare me for life, and challenged me, and respected me as a student, who helped me when I needed help and pushed me when I needed pushing. Over the past 4 years, we've created some really incredible memories together. From Tyler Carvello's candlelit lunch date with Kyron Busick's front bumper, to Bird's life and death struggle with a particularly lethal strain of whooping cough, to Mr. Stamler almost having the life squeezed out of him by a straitjacket made of nothing more than masking tape. There have been some pretty exciting things around Kingsville High School. Even the bittersweet memories of losing not only prom king, but best dressed to the exact same person will forever stay in my heart. You know who you are. But now, with this speech, our high school lives come to an end. The shelter of adolescent life is being pulled back, And now, after all we've experienced, it's time to cut off the cast, take all of these experiences we've accumulated, and channel it into something productive. Some people say that your high school years are the best years of your life. I just say it's the end of an era. A simple era where everything's laid out for you. Meow comes choices. Meow comes responsibility. Meow comes everything we've been preparing for since we were kids. And never forget, graduates, in the immortal words of every single person that has ever done a valedictory speech, anything is possible if you follow your dreams. Reach for the stars!